Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a long-awaited Q&A. I haven't done one of these videos in so long, like probably a year, maybe even longer, I don't know. But I asked questions months ago and I never got around to filming it because I'm lazy. So it's a little bit of health and fitness and also some personal questions. So if you guys want to be a part of the next Q&A, then I will leave my social media links on the screen and also down below. But yeah, I usually just ask on like Snapchat and Instagram, that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm already rambling, so let's get on to the video. Where is the first question at? Slim Expectation Z asked a few questions actually. She said, did you stop diet soda and how, was her first question. And I never gave it up, but I also probably drink it only like once a month anyway. And I only ever have like a glass or something. So it's not that hard for me to give up. I could give it up completely if I had to. But yeah, everything in moderation. She also asked, when did you start the journey to losing weight? Did you do low carb, etc., or did you stick to eating as you do now? So when I first started losing weight, I did do very low carb. I still kind of do low carb, like you guys only really see my what I ate todays on like weekends, which is when I'm kind of like in my cheat zone. So yeah, I guess especially when I first started losing weight, I cut out every single like carb and sugar and like everything bad that I could think of. So I was doing very low carb. I lost 12 kilos in like 4 months, I think, which is, well, I think quite a lot to lose, and I wasn't like super big to begin with. Now I still like eating like brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, things like that, whereas before I tried to like not eat them at all. So yeah, I like my good carbs. Low carb just doesn't work for me because I end up hangry, and yeah. So the next one comes from Sienna. She said, how did you keep up your determination whilst dieting? I think my determination stemmed from just losing weight. Like as soon as I started, I lost 4 kilos in the first month and I was like determined. I was like, hell yeah, this is so much easier than I thought. And I just kept going basically. There was a point in time like during exams where I kind of stopped dieting and stopped working out and basically binge ate. It's been a long process, but basically my determination just came from like losing weight and seeing results, and now it comes from a similar kind of aspect, but also I just love the feeling of like being strong and being healthy and that kind of thing. Like it's been 3 years now, my health and fitness journey, and I could never go back. Like I'm so used to eating clean foods now, so if I go like a couple of days with eating junk, like I feel so much worse than I ever did beforehand. Oh, little Oreo's coming for a cuddle. Hey little buddy. That's so cute. Oreo's my cat, if you guys don't know. He's coming up for kisses. Do you see him? Oh, cutie. I don't even know where I was with that. Thanks, Oreo. She also said, did you suffer from binging when dieting? If so, how did you deal with it? Well, I kind of just answered that. I did suffer with binge eating. Like, I wouldn't say I do still, but it's always like a big part of eating healthy. Like sometimes you just have bad days where you are just like ravenous, or if you're about to get your period, you just want to eat food. So I guess that's binging, but like I wouldn't actually count that as binging because if it only happens like one day in the month, then you're all good. She also said, what do you do when you get cravings? It depends on the craving, because I'm at a point now where I find like a good balance in between. Like I love baking and I love cooking, so if I'm craving like a pizza, for instance, we'll just make like healthy pizzas on like wholemeal Lebanese bread, or same with burgers, like we make healthier burgers if I'm craving a burger. If it comes to like sweet stuff, then I'm like a bakeaholic, as you guys might know from the baking videos on my channel or my Instagram. I have a lot of food on my Instagram, but I just love baking, so I make like paleo banana muffins, paleo chocolate chip cookies. They don't have to be paleo. I just recently started using like coconut flour and stuff instead of oats, but yeah, I love baking. So I don't really have any massive cravings anymore because, I don't know, I guess I just have learnt a healthier alternative to all of my like naughty things. Haley Itshaw said, if you could change your name to any other name, what would you choose? My name was actually meant to be Scarlett. I forget if my mum or my dad named me. I can't remember, but one of them wanted to call me Scarlett, so I reckon that would have been a pretty sick name. Toot Case said, I would love to know more about how you saved for your first home and if it was something you always wanted. I actually got this question so many times when we moved into this house, so if you guys want to see like a whole dedicated video on how Andy and I saved and the kind of things we did to save to buy this apartment, then please let me know down below. It's something I actually would really want to film for you guys because I don't know, I just feel like maybe it will be helpful, maybe I can give you some tips and tricks on how to save money, or yeah, I don't know. If you guys want to see it, just let me know down below. More Than Adored said, what is something you struggle with when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle? This is a really good question. I feel like balance is just so hard to come by. At some points in my life, I think, yes, I'm finally balanced and I'm just healthy and happy. And then other times I'm like, oh my god, I ate a donut on my cheat day, what is wrong with me, kind of thing, even though it's a cheat day. So I think balance is the hardest thing. There's days where you crave just like a bowl of pasta or a pizza, or you want some ice cream if it's been a bad day. And it's just finding that balance between like whether you do eat that and just like get over it, or whether you don't eat that and then you just feel bad because you wanted it so badly. I don't know if that makes sense, but just like finding balance is probably the most difficult thing. I think I found like a pretty like 80-20 good balance, if that makes sense. But it's always going to be hard because I'm just the world's worst critic for myself, and I basically give myself a hard time. The amount of conversations I've had about food with Andy, like he's probably so over it, but he loves me, so he's gonna have to deal with it. The next question is from Chantelly Carr. She said, pros and cons of your new house. If you'd asked me this when we first moved in, I would give you all cons because I struggled so much in the first couple of weeks to actually like this house. I had so much anxiety and cried like every day, and I just did not feel like it was the best decision for us. But now I love this house. We've finally made it our own little home, and we have Oreo, and I just love like all of our furniture and the space that we have. Like I pretty much love everything about this house, apart from the fact it's like 10 years old, so like the oven and the stovetop are super old and make really weird noises. And it's also like electric instead of gas, which I find odd because I'm a gas girl. But yeah, I love the space. It's probably like my favorite thing about the whole place, and having like a balcony and being right next to the beach. We were always like close to the beach, but I feel like the beach is literally our back doorstep. So I love everything about this place, and I love that we get to live here forever and ever. The next question comes from Tiana KH. She said, how did you go about planning your trip to America? You seem really organized, and I think I remember seeing like a document in one of your snaps. Also, have you got any places in mind for another trip in the future? We do actually have places in mind for a trip next year. We really want to go to Europe. Well, I really want to go to Europe, and I'm just dragging Andy along. But yeah, we're planning Europe in June, July, August next year to go for like a month or so. But to answer your question about planning America, I wanted to be a travel agent a couple of years ago because I'm just like an organizational freak basically. So yeah, we basically just chose like where we wanted to go, how long we wanted to be there for, and then every single like document page had like LA, the flights, the accommodation, and all the links that linked up to that, and then every single thing we wanted to do, and then we'd book everything, and I'd print off all of like the receipts and everything to go along with it. My cat is eating my hair. Yeah, so we basically just made like a 30-page document, and I had every single thing you could think of written down and printed off. And yeah, we were very organized. Hi, Jessica Ann said, what are the differences between living with your boyfriend in a rental to living together in your own home? Because we rented for 3 years together before buying this place, I feel like not too much has changed, but in all honesty, I just feel like we have so much more love and respect, and just, I don't know how to explain it, but people like get married and have babies and that kind of thing, and that's like the next step in their future, and obviously we want to do that probably sometime in the next couple of years, but buying a house is another just like massive step for a couple. So I don't know, I think it's just brought us even closer together, and we're just so happy and so in love, and Oreo brings us so much joy. So yeah, I just think we're very happy, and it's just brought us even closer together. Felicia Smith said, do you pack your own lunch for work? I've said in my vlogs before, I do meal prep on a Sunday for my working week, but also because I work in a cafe, I'm allowed to take like the food there. So if I don't meal prep, the worst case scenario is that I just take some like chicken breast and lettuce and stuff from work and make a salad, or like a salad wrap or something. So if I don't meal prep, it's never the end of the world because I basically can just take whichever ingredients I want at work. But I prefer to meal prep just because I feel like on top of it and I know exactly what I'm eating and that kind of thing. So I prefer to meal prep, but I do have the option of having work at lunch. Lunch at work, what? And the last question, because I am so tired right now, is from MonoMouse2052, and she said, what are your goals for 2018? Honestly, I don't know. This year has been a massive year. Like, we thought America was going to be the only thing we did, and then all of a sudden we went to America, we went to New Zealand, we bought a house, we got a kitten. Like, it's been a massive year. Tomorrow we celebrate our 5-year anniversary, which is also a crazy milestone. But as for 2018, I think the only thing we have on our list is to do Europe. Sorry, my camera just cut out, and it's gonna cut out again in a minute, but yeah, basically we had such a big jam-packed year this year, so we're not really planning too much for next year apart from Europe, which is obviously a big thing, but we don't really have any other plans. So far, we're just gonna see where the year takes us, but I'm excited for it anyway. And yeah, before the battery dies again, I just wanted to quickly end this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Please don't forget to leave me questions down below or follow me on social media if you want to be a part of the next Q&A. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!